Hey guys, this is Sir Jedi Sentinel bringing you another Sentinel vlog. As we continue our countdown to Doctor Who's Christmas special, Twice Upon a Time, and the regeneration into Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor, I thought I'd continue talking about Doctor Who. This vlog will be my top 10 favorite companions. For this list, I will be looking at companions from the classic series, the new series, Big Finish, and books and comics, although only one companion from that last category made it onto the list. Non-canon companions, such as the Peter Cushing movies, The Curse of Fatal Death, The Shalka Doctor, and the Unbound series, will not be considered. Before I get to the main list, I thought I'd talk about some of the runners-up that didn't quite make the cut. This first runner-up, there's a debate in the fandom of, is this person a companion or is this person not a companion? There's several characters throughout Doctor Who that have had this debate, but as far as this particular one, I'm not sure where I weigh in. Sometimes I'll think, oh yeah, they're totally a companion, and then other times I'll think, no, they're not a companion. And because I can't weigh in either side, because my mind keeps changing, they didn't make the list, and that runner-up is River Song. This next group of runner-ups were all on my list at one point, but as I went through and did rewrites and made new drafts, they either moved spots or moved from the list. I thought I would still give those companions a shout out, and they are Romana, specifically Romana 2, Barbara Wright, Charlie Pollard, Jamie McCrimmon, Sarah Jane Smith, and Wilfred Mott. Now that the runner-ups are out of the way, we can finally start at the main list, and we're going to be starting at the bottom with number 10, Clara Oswald. From what I've seen, Clara is a fairly divisive companion. You have people who absolutely hate her, and then you have people who love her. Now, Clara's at the bottom of my list because even though I like her, I can see all the problems she has in her writing, in her development. I like Jenna Coleman's performance, but going through Clara's run, I found that she was a fairly one-note character. She didn't really develop a lot. Granted, most of what I liked about Clara was Jenna Coleman's performance. I also hold a soft spot for her because she was my first companion when I started the series, and I don't think that's ever going to change. But like I said, even though I like her, I'm not blind to the flaws she has. I also want to bring up, and I feel this is important, that when you're looking at the companions, you have to look at their relationship with their doctors. And in that respect, I like Clara as a companion to the 12th Doctor more than I like her as a companion to the 11th Doctor. I feel Coleman and Capaldi worked a lot better together. Not that Coleman and Smith didn't work together, I just like the dynamic that Capaldi and Coleman had more. Next up on the list at number 9 is a companion that I was really surprised made it onto the list, Peri Brown. Now, a lot of people don't like Peri. I wouldn't say she's as hated as Mel or Adric. She's more in the dislike. But when I was going through watching the Sixth Doctor stuff, and, well, actually, I haven't gotten to the Sixth Doctor and Peri stuff on Big Finish, I really like her. She's nice, she's charming, she's charismatic. A lot of people I notice say that Peri's sort of useless and the damsel in distress, and yeah, she does play up the damsel in distress thing, but useless? I wouldn't go that far. Even though it doesn't always work out, she does try. Like, to my mind specifically, I'm thinking Vengeance on Varos. When the TARDIS breaks down, Peri actually pulls out the TARDIS instruction manual and tries to help the Doctor figure out what's wrong. Now we're on to number 8. Remember back in the beginning of the video when I said that only one companion from books and comics would make it onto the list? That's this. Number 8, my 8th favorite companion, is Frobisher. A lot of people, when they talk about companions, talk about the companion mold and how mostly the companion is the same type of person. It's a human woman, young, like early mid-20s, from modern day Earth. So, and there's usually a demand to break the companion mold. And you can't get more broken from the mold than Frobisher. Frobisher is an alien called a Whiffordille, and the Whiffordills are shapeshifters. And Frobisher mostly is seen in the form of a penguin. For those of you who've never read the comics, let me give you that visual. The Doctor's companion is a shape-shifting talking penguin. As silly as it sounds, Frobisher is actually really cool. And for any of you who are interested in Big Finish, who want to try it out, there is actually an adventure with Frobisher. It's a 6-Doctor adventure called The Holy Terror. And Robert Jezik voices Frobisher, and he's great. There's also a bonus adventure, a Doctor Light adventure called The Maltese Penguin. Now, I can understand that for a lot of people, when we're talking about breaking the companion mold, Frobisher might be a little too weird. But still, just trust me on this, give him a chance. He's really great. Coming up next at number 7 is Ace. Now, this one took a lot of thought. As I said, Jamie was a runner-up, but honestly, it was him and Ace vying for the number 7 spot. Ultimately, Ace won out. She's just... I think she may actually be the first companion to have an arc. She starts off as this violent girl, and we see her grow up into a woman, and the transformation she makes throughout the series is amazing. Also, Remembrance of the Daleks. I'll never not bring that up when talking about Ace. It is just an amazing moment. She beats a Dalek with a baseball bat. And it's awesome. And that brings us to number 6. At this point on the list, I've run out of negatives to say about these companions. It doesn't mean there isn't any, but it's just... I personally don't have any negatives with them. And so the explanations are going to get shorter from here on out. I wish I had more to say, but how many ways can you say I like them? So at number 6 is a Big Finish companion, and it's Lucy Miller. For those of you who've never listened to Big Finish, Lucy Miller is a companion of the 8th Doctor. She made her debut in the 2-parter Blood of the Daleks, parts 1 and 2. I just said it was a 2-parter. And she's really great. What I like is that, for lack of a better word, she's not submissive to the Doctor. Oh, that sounds wrong, but to explain it, it's just, a lot of the Doctors, they'll say, I need you to do this, or please do this for me, and the companions will be like, yeah, okay. Lucy is not. She's very, why should I do this? What if I don't want to do it? And I like that. I like a companion who can take charge and be their own person. She mostly doesn't rely on the Doctor. And when you listen to the finale of Lucy Miller's stories, the 2-parter, Lucy Miller into the Death, she is spectacular. We're halfway through the list now. We're on number 5. Remember how I was talking about River Song and I said I couldn't decide on that debate, is she a companion or isn't she? Well, number 5 is another person like that. There's a debate of, are they a companion or aren't they? And unlike River, I do actually have a side on this debate. Yes, he is a companion. My number 5 favorite companion, Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. It's the Brigadier. What do I have to say? In anyone else's hands, this would have been a very dry, very stiff military part. But Nicholas Courtney just made the role pop and come to life, He was so lively for being that stiff military type. It's the Brigadier. I swear I'll get better at talking about things as these go on, don't worry. And number 4, Donna Noble. What else do I have to say? It's Donna Noble. often widely regarded as the best companion of the new series so far. Just, you know, when Donna made her debut, she was very but then when she came back, it was like a complete 180. Her chemistry with David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, is so great, and her stories were always good. Catherine Tate's acting is amazing. It's Donna. Going up this list, she was almost my favorite companion of the new series. Almost, but spoilers. Now we're down to the final three. For these three, I tried to pick one companion from each incarnation of the series, just to give each incarnation its fair chance. And, well, the ranking still remains. At number 3 is my favorite companion of the classic series, Jo Grant. Now, Jo may not be the most dynamic companion. A lot of people say she also falls into the damsel in distress route. But one of the things I like in a companion, as I said earlier, is the doctor-companion relationship. And I've seen and read that John Pertwee and Katie Manning had such a good working relationship. And when you watch them together, it really shows. Like, you can see how much they care about each other. Just while Jo is not my favorite companion, we're not at number 1 yet, I believe the third Doctor and Jo may be my favorite Doctor-companion relationship. And it's because of that relationship that they are ranked so high. Taking the number 2 spot is Bill Potts, my favorite companion of the new series. Now, a lot of people said when the ads came out that they didn't like Bill in them. I never saw the ads, so my introduction to Bill was really the Series 10 premiere, the pilot, and from there I was sold. I thought Bill was great, she was funny, and she worked really well with the 12th Doctor. And World Enough in Time was just, we'd grown to love Bill so much that when World Enough in Time happened, it was sad. And then the Doctor falls. Moffat did his usual undo the sad. That's one thing I won't miss when Moffat leaves. But no, I love Bill Potts. And again, there's not much more to say. This is only my second vlog. I'm still working on the speaking thing. And finally, my number 1 favorite companion, and my favorite Big Finish companion, Evelyn Smyth. When I talk about breaking the companion mold, Evelyn is another example of that. Yes, she's a woman from modern-day Earth, but she's not a young woman. She's in her 50s. And aside from Wilfred, who made my runner-up list, I don't think the Doctor's ever had an elderly companion aside from Evelyn and Wilfred. But I just said that. But no, aside from that, the 6th Doctor and Evelyn had this amazing chemistry. Like, when they first meet in the Marian conspiracy, it's there. And then you get amazing performances from Maggie Stables, like in Jubilee, which is one of my favorite 6th Doctor stories. You know, you can hear it in their performances. Colin Baker and Maggie Stables got along amazingly, and it really shows. It's just really unfortunate Maggie Stables passed away, because I'd love more Evelyn stories. Alright, this has been my top 10 favorite companions. Did yours make the list? Did yours not? Go ahead and tell me in the comments, who is your favorite companion? This has been Sir Jedi Sentinel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and more vlogs coming soon. Bye!